Okay, so 6 o'clock, and I live in Germany, so I try to be punctual with my with my lives, and also try to be true to what I promised during the week and talk about a theme that I put on Instagram during the week. I put on Facebook. So as always starts as usual, I'm here at 6 o'clock on a Tuesday. Every Tuesday to give some tips about job searching, about career development, about all the aspects that go around career coaching. As a career coach, I like to add value to the people that follow my accounts on social media. So today again, we're gonna talk about one more time actually about LinkedIn networking. So basically, how do you use that platform, the fantastic platform that LinkedIn is, to network, to expand your contacts, to get to the right people, to get to know more and more people, and to expand what you have as a your professional reach, right? So that and LinkedIn is a fantastic platform because it allows you to do that with people from all over the world. You have no boundaries these days to do that. As long as you speak the same language, you can communicate that well. Yeah. So there are three things, and it's the same three tips that I post in the middle of the week on Thursdays for everybody. So there are three things that we need to talk about you networking on LinkedIn. The first thing is you need to write to the right people, right? And a lot of people out there think the right people are the HR people. HR people are not the right people for you to send messages if you're looking for a job, if you're looking for new opportunities, unless you are an HR professional, because then they will be hiring you. But if you are in any other position and you want to work in any other for any other department, you need to look for the hiring managers of those departments, not HR, right? Because usually, if you apply, if you have no opportunities to communicate directly with the manager, what you do, you send an application, and that application will go straight to HR, right? So if you go the other way and you get a manager that you talk with, that you send a message to send your CV, your profile to HR, to go the opposite way, you are way ahead of the other candidates. It's not an easy thing to do. It takes a lot of work. It takes time. It takes patience, and it takes you being confident to go to the hiring managers and talk to them on LinkedIn. And I'm talking about people that you never talked with before. I'm talking about people that are completely new for you. So it does require a bit of confidence. And at the end, we have a bonus tip for you to increase that confidence. So one thing is important to say is that the hiring manager, they will have the final word. They will be the ones that are interested in your output as a professional, right? HR people, they are interested in your profile, in what you represent as a candidate, to have the candidates with the correct set of skills to send to the hiring managers. If you talk directly with the hiring managers, they already can assess if you are if you can generate the output that they desire, right? So that's why it's so important to write to the hiring managers and not to HR, right? And if you don't know who the hiring manager is, write to a person that is in the same department or at least in the same division as the position you're applying for, right? So the second thing is, when you send a message to someone on LinkedIn, make sure that you ask some questions about them, about their work, and to make them talk about themselves, because that's how it works. When someone comes and talks to you, just think about it. Someone comes and talk to you, and they only talk about themselves in any situation, not professional, only professional situations. It gets to a point that it gets a bit boring, right? Because you want to talk as well, you want to communicate, you want to express your ideas, and that you are talking about yourself, what's in your mind. So if you give them the opportunity, instead of talking about yourself, I can do this, I can do that, I have this skill, that skill, instead of doing that, if you take an interest and you show that you're interested in their department, in what they do as a job, and what are they developing in their company, it sets a complete different tone, and you're going to get a lot more interest for them to reply to you than if you're just offering something to them, right? So that's another important thing to say. Third and last tip I'll give to you is make yourself available, right? So when you send a message to someone and they want to meet you, or they are interested in your profile, they also want to meet you in their own time, because they are probably busy, they are working, so it's important for you to make yourself available, even at short notice, to go and meet them. And that's a key point here. When I say meet them, is for you to make yourself available to have a chat, for a conversation, not make yourself available to start work right away, because there is a process. You need to go to interviews, you need to get to know each other to see if you are right to work with each other, right? So it's not, instead of looking or asking for a job, ask to have a conversation, ask for to have a chat and make yourself available for that. Yeah, that will work way better. One other thing, be ready, because they might call you and ask you and offer you a time, like really really in short notice, like a couple of days, or even it already happened to me to be on the next day. So be ready. Don't wait for them to send you something to know your CV back and forth. Be ready for that. Be ready to know what you want, have clarity on what you're looking for, have clarity for all that. And then it's going to be much easier to have that conversation, and the conversation will be smoother and way more interesting, right? And that, when you put yourself available for a conversation, because look, 99% of people out there, when they write managers, they ask for a job. If you ask for a conversation, even if they know you need a job, if you ask for a conversation, you stand out. You stand out completely. You're not asking them to take time from their busy days to look at your CV. You're asking them to have a nice conversation, to have a conversation with someone and explore opportunities. And they love to talk about that, because that's their job. Their job is to manage people. So that's what you need to do, right? You need to have a conversation and then assess if you're good for that company. And maybe you will get to the conclusion that you're not good to work there, and you go to somewhere else, right? So, and you expand your network, right? So that's the effect of writing this type of messages on LinkedIn. The last tip I have, which is kind of a bonus tip, it's about confidence. I know there's a lot of people out there that have they have like a hard time writing to people that they don't know. People are shy. People don't have the confidence to do that. That's all right. That's absolutely all right, because this is a normal reaction to almost everybody out there, right? So to build up your confidence, start writing to people on LinkedIn that you already know, like making conversation. Start writing to managers that you worked for before. Ask them how is their job going, how is work for them, without any interest to getting a job there. And you might think that's a waste of time. It is not, because it will build up your confidence to write other people, to write people you don't know, right? If you don't have that confidence. But if you do, go straight to the managers in the company you want to work for. So that was me for today. Again, I'll be here as usual every Tuesday at 6, giving some tips about anything about the job search or career coaching. And let me know in the comments or DM me for anything you want to hear in this channel, and I'll do my best to put it out there. Cheers.